Where are you going?
This week, it's all about Troy and his hard work on the farm. Without his carpentry skills and hard work, we wouldn't be making progress on these old barns.
Good morning, everyone. I'm making the gate today. Well, I've started making the gate, but I just wanted to show you the process of me doing it. I'm in the field with the horses at the moment. Should be able to see them there. There they are. And what it is, we've got a little passageway up here between the middle paddock and the top paddock. And we use it usually for just wheelbarrows and stuff like that. But now we've got the horses, we need to block it off both ends because we don't want the horses getting stuck down the passageway or anything, or being scared. So this is the passageway. So here's a pallet. We actually went to a couple of farmers and said to the farmers, where can we buy metal gates? And they said, don't buy metal gates, they're too expensive. They have to come from Holland, the ones they get. You're better off making your own. So I thought pallets were the ideal things. So here we are. There's my pallet. I've had to extend it at the bottom because it was a 120 centimetre pallet by 80 centimetre. And I need it to be 120 centimetres square to make it fit better. So there's the opening. So what I've done already is the blockwork and brickwork in Spain, they use hollow blocks. So hollow bricks and hollow blocks. So what I've had to do, you can see there, the hollow. What I've had to do, which I've learned since I've been here, is buy threaded bar. You get it from builders merchants. It's about €1 for a metre. So that's a size 8 bar, 8mm. I've bought some nuts and washers. I've had to drill through the blockwork to the other side. I've done it in 3 places on this. And then I've put a nut and washer on the back side of the wall, which you probably can't see because it's in the chicken coop. And then threaded the bar through, pre-drilled the timber, put the bar through, and then put a nut and bolt on this side as well. And then cut it to length with a cutter, battery cutter. So that's fixed. That timber there was fixed to the wall solid. And then this timber here, I've bolted through, same procedure, onto the backing timber. So it's nice and solid, as you can see. So I will do that, finish doing that nut up in a minute. Then the gate obviously is a pallet, as you can see. And then what I've done, I've put 2 stops on the pallet to stop it swinging through and damaging the hinges. So those stops hit that post over there when it shuts. And then the bolt, what I've done is got some timber, cut 3 pieces at 300 long, 30 centimeters long, and then just took the edge off the middle piece so I can slide it in and out of there, and put a little stopper this side and a little stopper this side, and then put a screw in there just so it slides like that basically. So it will lock itself in behind that post there. So I will hang the gate now. I've got 2 hinges. Usually I use 3, but I've only got 2. These are from our local hardware store. I used to use T-hinges, but these hinges here are fantastic. I don't know how long they'll last because they're quite soft steel, but they're good for what we want for now. So yeah, I'll hang the gate now. Chickens are watching me, make sure I do a good job. Yeah, I've just got in the putting the nuts on the threaded bar. So that's fixed to the wall. That is fixed to the timber at the bottom there, just so I can bring it this way a bit more, that's all. So that gap is now about 1220 centimetres, and the pallet's 1200. So next I'll put the two hinges on the pallet. I have some 70mm screws, or 7cm screws, because give it plenty of strength. I have chickens. Chickens here. I'm unsure what do they want to get. I'll just try and get the chickens out. Will they panic? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come here. You. Trouble is, animals always go. Always go where you don't want them to go. I don't want them getting trapped in the passageway in case they panic. Hey? It's going to run back down there, I know it. Come on. Wrong way. Come on. Right. Stay there for a minute. Come on. Come on. I'm going to go up there. Come on. Come on. You say don't work with animals, with children. The gate, obviously, I have to lift the gate off the ground because the gate's opening into the field and the ground level rises, so I've got to lift it up a bit to allow for distance on the ground. Right, so the gate is now hung. I've got clearance on the ground to bring the gate back so we can get a wheelbarrow through, or anything else you want to bring through quite comfortably. These two stops stop the gate from swinging through, damaging the hinges. It'll stop the horse getting through. Pallets are quite strong, so the goat shed, when we had the inspection, they said the only thing that we needed would be a goat shed. We've got water and everything here, so we went down to our local sort of ferreteria and we said, have you got any pallets? And I think he gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pallets. It's very kind of him. Luckily our car, we can put the seats down and get quite a lot in it, so that's brilliant. So yeah, so I constructed that. I'll show you in a minute. So what I did, I just made it up as obviously as I went along. So I put a base in it. I used a couple of pallets for the base because I wanted to keep the goats, if they wanted to shelter from the heat or from the rain, they're not on the ground. So they have got an area. They're only pygmy goats, by the way, as well, so they're not the biggest goats. So I put 2 pallets on the ground. So that made it about just over 2 meters long. And then I used 3 pallets for the walls. And then what I did, I went to the local builders merchants and just picked up 2 of these corrugated sheets for the roof, and I had a bit left over for the end. I didn't even buy the proper screws because I didn't want to buy a whole pack, so I just used 6cm screws and washers. And it's good enough for just for this anyway, and obviously it's quite strong. And then with the one gate I had left over, I made it into a pallet gate. So I hinged it on that side, and then I made another gate with my little contraption as a bolt on the top, and then obviously that just hooks around the back of the post. This isn't the gate, but I just wanted to bring you in here first because I wanted to show you the timbers that are on the side of the slate roof. I mean, they are stunning. The amount of timber work that's gone into this roof. And also the thing is, this back barn that we have here is very dark. So what we're going to do, there's a ceiling above it, and we're going to strip off this ceiling. And there's some beautiful timbers in there. I'm sure I can make something like maybe a shelter for the ponies. They have shelter, but just natural shelter at the moment. This is my little workshop. Basically, from say that box this way is what I'm using. Up there is just bits of rubbish, bits of old wood. A lot of it's full of woodworm. So it's either going to go on the fire, or I can salvage some of it. I salvaged some for the gate. I'll show you in a minute. This is a beautiful piece of timber. There's no worm in that one. I've just got my chop saw set up for making the gates and making the pens, and I have a table saw, just a very cheap table saw down there, and then I've got my power tools lying around. I have more power tools, but at the moment I've just got these out. So go through here. This is the gate I made. The reason I made it is because we wanted to keep the dogs out of our little vegetable garden, which is the other side of that greenhouse. So I use natural posts. Well, natural posts aren't very straight, so I put them in. They're probably about 80 centimeters at the bottom between the natural posts, and they're probably nearly a meter at the top. So I had to find some timber that would work with that opening. So I did manage to find some. As you can see, it's just timber that's lying around. Even the hinges, the T-hinges, are hinges that I found here on something else that wasn't being used. So if you look at the back of it, I've just a very basic locking mechanism. It just wedges itself behind the post, but it works perfectly. And you can see that I've used a couple of those timbers that were in the ceiling just to tie in with the boards in the gate.
I need something for the camera. Let's see. This could be an extended.
Teamwork.
I could just leave you up there for the day. There's no way I was going to stand under it when we croak and get stuff in my face and my eyes. What are these for? Tables?
I don't know. Okay, I'm on the ceiling. We're up at the ceiling. Seeing what we've got up here. The stuff up here has been up here for at least 40, 50 years. There's a hay feeder up here.
It's a bit rusty. Oh, what can we do with that? Can you get the rust off?
Yeah, just wire brush it.
Yeah. That's quite nice. Is it an old gate?
Nah. I would find yourself next. Hey? Okay.
So that's our update this week on clearing that barn out. I'm just going to show you what it's looking like now. We had an incident with the chicken that same day. I'm going to put that ending up in a second, but before I do that, let's look at the barn now. We're still working on this area, but we've moved our feeding station in here, and you can see this is the top of the barn now and all the light here. It's such a transformation, and this is where we're at this point. We've got to alter the cages because the floor slopes down, but we're getting closer. And the other nice news is that Frenchie has been acquainted with the baby bunnies, and we know that she was a mum before. Sorry to wake you up, Frenchie, but the baby bunnies are really enjoying snuggling up with her. They're still, but she, as you can see, is so happy to have babies. Hello. And our ducks are settling in lovely, which is lovely, but you can see that this is becoming a really amazing open space, and this is just phase 1, and we're really excited to share with you the stages, the updates and progress on the channel. But before I go, thanks for watching, and to end our drama with one of our chickens, Lady Ginger.
We seem to have a small problem. The chickens aren't used to the horses yet. So if they do get caught out by the horse, they sort of scarp her. But this poor chicken has gone and got itself wedged between a pallet. So I think the only thing I can do is cut one of those slats to release it. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I've tried gently to try and coax her out into where she came from, but she doesn't seem to fit now. She got in there, but she can't get out. So I'm going to have to try and cut the pallet gently to get her out. So I'm just going to have to gently cut it so I don't frighten her to death.
Do you feel bad? She looks like she feels really bad about it.
That's why she's probably hanging around. She actually does feel bad.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, shall
I'm
we?
just going to do it gently. I'm not going to rush because I don't want to spook the chicken and break its wing or something. Or hey, there's always something, isn't there?
Well, I was just introducing the chicks, so
Yeah, I know.
you think you're going to do one thing,
Yeah.
you end up doing something completely different.
She knows I'm trying to rescue her because she's really quiet. She's not freaking out. Okay. I'm going to just obviously the horses. She's going to go mental.
If I take her out,
Yeah, take her out. Okay. So yeah, so she went into there, somehow got through the slats in the pallet.